Rick Ross is going to be battling 2 Chainz in the High Roller edition of Verzuz. And I'm going to see how the outcome going to be. Because you got 2 Chainz and then you got Titty Boy.
Ross is gonna because the only song.
What 2 Chainz going to get? Titty Boy? I mean, can he get off in Titty Boy?
The only song that 2 Chainz can play that I believe, alright, like that's a point, is Duffel Bag Boy. Cause that's gonna be the one shit everyone's like, oh shit. Like if other than that, it's all about what song Ross plays. Because Ross has a song that's better than, like you say, oh 2 Chainz has a classic mixtape. Okay, Ross has multiple classic mixtapes. You know, 2 Chainz has this album. Okay, Ross has multiple of that album. Like Ross is just better than 2 Chainz. Like it's sort of an unfair matchup, but I understand why. Like
I like 2 Chainz better. I don't really like Ross. I'm gonna be honest with you. And Riverdale Road was a classic shit. You got Trap Check, man. Oh, man.
2 Chainz has like the more club songs for the ladies to enjoy, where Ross is like just, he got the songs make niggas feel like a boss. So I guess it is like you gotta feel the room, like who's watching.
You know who's gonna be watching, and everybody go vote for Ross.
Am I the only one? When they said Ross and Jeezy, I don't think that would have been a good matchup.
I mean,
is that just me or like
everybody know the matchup we want to see, and we're not gonna get it. It's gonna be Gucci Mane and that nigga Jeezy. Everybody want to see that shit. But for personal beefs and some other stuff, it's never gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, no. Personally, I think when that Kemba Walker just dunked. My bad. Back to the no. Personally, when the Gucci Mane Jeezy parent, I don't think it's easy for you to tell someone else to move on and forgive. If you threaten my life and a nigga really came to kill me, I can't like just forget that. Like, so like I understand they grew like and such happened. That time like I ain't you I could be gone right now because of you. So I don't think this is just something that they could put aside just because like we want to see it. Like,
so it started over the So Icy song, and then like they got cool and shit. Then apparently, allegedly, Jeezy put a bounty on Gucci Mane chain. A nigga ran up in his house that he was staying at the time, and the rest is history. And then a couple years later, they squashed it. And then they squashed it, and then a couple years later, Gucci Mane put out that song and he said, "Go dig up your dead homeboy." And
like I understand, like forgiving is what, like I'm the type of person where I forgive, but I never forget. It may just be me, but it's like I forgive that shit, but I won't forget that I could be gone right now because what allegedly like I had to kill somebody. Like it's traumatizing if you get kill somebody. Like Gucci had to kill somebody to protect himself, based on like this hit that was on. So
I mean, everybody want to see it, but it's not gonna happen. I mean, it's kind of crazy though. Like just pitching them two in the room, and it's not the first time Jeezy took a song and then made his own. Let's not forget that. Took Grey Goose and made that shit his own. And nobody probably know what the fuck I'm talking about with Grey Goose. Google that shit. Hot song.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Let me talk about shit. That should be the joint.